What's going on YouTube? It's Universal Fragrances here. Merry Christmas Eve to everybody who's watching the channel, wherever you're watching from in the world. In fact, depending on where you're watching from, it may already be Christmas Eve. I'm filming this the morning of the 24th. So, as promised, we're going to do a top 10 on the House of Amouage. Actually going to be a top 13. I got a lot of stuff to do today, like a lot of people, very busy. So, like most of my videos, it's going to be unedited. I got one take to get this right. So we're going to start off just ranking them. Again, this is kind of season, personal preference. So a lot of stuff from the House of Amouage that's great. So please put your top 10 down below. I'd be very interested to see, all the different Amouage fragrances that certain people have in their top 10 and what they enjoy and gravitate towards too. So anything you disagree with in this video, not a big deal. Put your 10 down below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. So there's actually 13 fragrances on the table. So I'm actually going to start at number 13, which for me is going to be Lyric Man. Now, Lyric Man is a wonderful fragrance. Hard to rank at number 13 because they are all so good. I went through this with the House of Argos a couple weeks ago. Very tough to rank these because they are really dependent on season, mood, and personal preference. I've always loved Lyric Man. Very citrus, piney. You got musk and vanilla and frankincense in there as well, so it certainly has that Amouage feeling. Almost kind of like a blue fragrance for Amouage with the rose, the citrus, the pine, all those things in there. Beautiful stuff, man. I really do enjoy Lyric Man. Hopefully I can get this to where everybody sees them without knocking over all the bottles or boxes here. So number 13, we're going to go with Lyric Man. Again, great fragrance just for me. I wouldn't really say generic, but it is something that I do feel that there's some better stuff and more unique stuff from the House of Amouage that I enjoy more. Number 12, I'm going to go Beach Hut Man. Again, one of my favorite fragrances from the house, especially for spring and summertime. Cool weather, if you're looking for something fresh, this has plenty of power and projection. I do have quite a few old samples. I did an old video of the old samples of Beach Hut Man that are 5 or 6 years old, I believe. Maybe not quite that old, versus the new packaging. Thankfully, there's no change here. Hopefully they never change the formula or anything on that. So great job by Amouage, making sure that Beach Hut Man is the exact same fragrance. You really get a lot of mint and not really aquatic vibes. If you're thinking you're going to get like beachy or aquatic vibes, I don't really get that too much from Beach Hut Man, but it is just a very nice woody green fragrance, which I think a lot of people enjoy to have in their collection. So number 12, we're going to go with Beach Hut Man. Wonderful stuff. Number 11. It's hard to rank this number 11 because it is so unique and I really do enjoy Fate Man, but it's a situational fragrance. It's one of those things that if you really feel like wearing a unique, dry, woody fragrance that also has at the same time a slight boozy, botanical, aquatic anise vibe because of the absinthe in here. It's got immortelle flower as well, frankincense. I really personally, I love Fate Man. I know there's a lot of people that don't like it because of the heavy cumin note. Thankfully in the air and how it smells around you, people don't get a lot of that cumin note. It's something that's a little bit more, closer to skin. When you smell it too close to skin, if you spray it on there, then you do get a heavy dose of that cumin note, but it smells a lot better on the air, around you than it does, on skin. That's just my opinion of it, but I really love the unique ability of Fate Man to kind of transform as a fragrance. Very versatile. You could wear it during winter or summer as well, but definitely for me, more of a spring or summer fragrance when the heat is, maybe over 80 degrees or so. So we got 11 as Fate Man there. And number 10, I'm going to go with Boundless. Again, it's tough for me to rank these because I love tobacco fragrances. I love Boundless. But that just proves the depth of the House of Amouage and how many great fragrances they have here. So Boundless, again, blood orange, ginger, tobacco, slightly gourmand, like a vanilla, boozy coconut, or cocoa, not coconut, cocoa like chocolate. Great stuff, man. Again, kind of a winter warmer, cold days, cold weather. I think Boundless is amazing. Beautiful stuff from the House of Amouage. So number 10, hopefully I don't lose track here. I'm not very good at math. So number 10, we got Boundless. And the next one I'm going to go with, this is where it really gets tough because all these fragrances are so good, man. They really are. So number 10, we had Boundless. I guess if I had to rank it, this may be making a lot of people angry, but Reflection 45. Reflection 45 at number 9. Get a lot of compliments on this. I do like Reflection 45 better than the regular Reflection Man. To me, just the regular Reflection Man just kind of smells like very clean laundry, dryer sheets. It's fresh. It's not that interesting to me, but the addition of certain ingredients in here like tonka bean, opoponax, frankincense, it really gives the Reflection 45 more deep and rich character and certainly more of an Amouage feeling, at least to me. So Reflection 45, I'm going to go ahead and put it number 9 here. Wonderful stuff. And I'm going to keep scooting these bottles over so we can actually see everything here. So number 8, I'm going to actually have to put at number 8. This is where it's really hard because I actually love all these fragrances, man. Number 8, I'm going to have to put Epic Man. I think this was like number 3 or 4 in my top 5 video, but as you can see, I bought quite a few more bottles of this. Again, there's a lot of stuff that you can put on this list. Journey, Bracken, Dia, Memoir, Beloved. I have samples of all those. They're actually sitting right behind these boxes here. Really good stuff. But Epic, man, yeah, Epic I would put at number 8. Very unique. It's like a green, blue, oriental, spicy fragrance. Everything that you love from the house of Amouage. Very unique. In terms of complimented, Epic Man is maybe one of my most complimented Amouage fragrances. But that's not what the video is about. But if you're looking for compliments and you're a guy, the Epic Man is epic. Very good. Very good stuff, man. Huge lasting power on all these. I think I would say Lyric Man, not really the weakest, but that one doesn't quite project as much after 6 hours. But all these other ones, especially the extraits as you would expect, they really do project quite a lot even after 6 to 8 hours. So excellent job there. So hopefully we're not losing track. Epic Man, I got at number 8. Now, number 7, I'm going Overture. Again, this is probably going to be a lot of people's number 1 from the house, man. Overture is just, Overture is that. I don't know how else to say it. Overture is that fragrance when you're looking at something, you know, dressing up, going out. Overture is just an incredible fragrance in my opinion. Grapefruit, boozy, brandy, cognac accord that's very natural, very resiny. Again, I believe you got the frankincense and the myrrh in here as well, so it does have a very, you know, traditional and familiar Amouage feeling to it. Goodness gracious, man, this is, yeah. Again, it's hard to rank these. You know, this could easily be number 1 depending on the situation. If you're dressing up, cooler weather out, you got a nice function that you're going to wear something nice to, even a date night maybe, you could absolutely have Overture, man, as number 1 in the entire house. So this is all just personal preference here. So yeah, number 7 will go Overture, man. Number 6, and this is where it gets really tough again. It's just going to get harder and harder because all these fragrances are just so good. Number 6, I'm actually going to rank the Jubilation 25 at number 6. Again, a lot of people are going to have this as number 1 of the house. It's really just incredible. The blackberry, frankincense, myrrh, you get a little bit of like a smoked honey note. Bay leaf, you got some clove in here as well, I believe. Extremely well blended, like a lot of the Amouage fragrances are. It really is one of those, it's classic, it's timeless from Amouage. I can't really speak to the newer packaging. Some people say it's weaker, has been reformulated. I had the old one with the white magnetic cap, and then I got this box with the gold magnetic cap. The white one was a non-magnetic cap. It didn't actually click on. It was kind of the older style caps. No change between those two in my opinion, especially once you let the bottle sit for a while. But that regular Jubilation 25 at number 6, beautiful stuff. I'm going to keep moving these over so you guys can see them on camera hopefully, but it's starting to get wild over here. So number 5, I'm going to have to go back to back and just do the X-Straight 40th anniversary. Very familiar opening, blackcurrant, blackberry. Still get that smoked honey, frankincense, myrrh. Again, this one to me, it's just got a little bit more of like a slight hazelnut gourmand note to it. A little bit more woody, slightly more salty wood and oud in there from the ambergris and oud. And that's really the difference to me. I just feel like they maybe bumped up a little bit of the oud and ambergris in here. along with some of the other base notes, and they added black currant. So very similar DNA to the regular Jubilation 25, just done at a little bit higher oil concentration. Very, very slightly tweaked it, but very familiar, and I'm glad they did make it familiar with a very slight change. I think a lot of people would have been upset if they completely reformulated the fragrance and added a whole bunch of stuff in there. But they did a good job, in my opinion, of making it different enough while still making it very similar and familiar. So number 5, we're going to go with the Jubilation 40 Straight. We're real tough. Epic 56, I think number 4 is going to be Epic 56. Is it going to get you more compliments than the Epic Man as a man? It may not, but I do feel that Epic 56 is a better fragrance. It's just got everything in here that I love. It's a very warm, amber-based fragrance. It's got a lot of myrrh, oud, a lot of woods in the base as well. Rose, the pink peppercorn and rose really stands out in here. So it's a very spicy, warm, floral fragrance. Huge projection. In fact, probably not a surprise to a lot of people. It is 56% oil concentration. So with the notes in here and at the 56% oil concentration, I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anybody how long that this lasts. I have shirts that I sprayed this, on from a distance, didn't sweat in them that day, put them back in the closet, didn't wash them, and this will make clothing smell like this for 2 to 3 months. So very interesting stuff. Epic 56. Gonna have to put that at number 4. And as we continue here, we got Silver Oud, we've got Interlude 53, and Amouage Royal Tobacco. And again, you could put any of these 3, depending on the situation. You can interchange them, probably with a lot of these fragrances, but this top 3 is where it gets really hard for me because I personally just love all these fragrances. Huge tobacco fan. Love Interlude 53. Silver Oud, in my opinion, one of the most unique fragrances from the house of Amouage. You're either going to love this or hate this, even if you're a fan of the entire house of Amouage. It just may be too different for some people, but I love it. It's very woody, little funky, almost got like a slightly burnt sweetness to it. It's not too much of any one thing where they could have easily put too much of anything in here and it would have been bad, I think. So the blending of this was very, very well done by Susil Zarokian. Man, it's just so hard to rank these. I think number 3, I'm going to go with Royal Tobacco. Again, all these 3 could be changed up depending on the situation, mood, or season, but Royal Tobacco, one of my favorites. Definitely if I'm smoking a cigar and it's cold weather out, this is probably the first tobacco fragrance that I gravitate towards, besides Bodicea the Victorious Tobacco Sapphire. That's another great one, along with Boundless, Triumph of Bacchus from Argos, but I just love Royal Tobacco. So the top 2 that we're going with, this is really tough for me to choose between Silver Oud and Interlude 53. I'll put Silver Oud as number 2. Again, in terms of maybe the most unique fragrances of the entire house, you probably have to rank Silver Oud number 1. And it also gets me a lot of compliments. Every time I wear this, somebody says something, and it's almost when you're wearing it, somebody's like, man, what are you wearing? And you're almost afraid to tell them. It's like, do you like it? it's like if not, I don't know if I want to admit that it's me. But a lot of people really do give positive feedback on this. It's another one of those fragrances that smells a lot better in the air than if you smell it too close to skin. If you smell it too close to skin, it can get a little bit animalic, a little bit funky. Not like King Blue Direction from what I've heard. It doesn't have that, type of fecal smell to it with the type of oud that they use, which in my opinion is a very good thing, because if it went that direction, I would not like this fragrance near as much. So Silver Oud, we're gonna go right at number 2, put these over here, and that leaves the same one that was number 1 in my top 5 video. Nothing's changed for me. I've always loved Interlude. I've loved the Black Iris. And then when I smelled Interlude 53, it is just such a rich, sweet version while keeping that herbal, smoky. You got the agarwood, pimento, oregano. And, if you're a fan of Black Iris, I can see how that would probably be your number 1 of the house, because Black Iris is essentially the same thing of this. It's just been slightly tweaked and reformulated to where it takes out certain things from Interlude and it replaces the oregano and I think maybe 1 or 2 other ingredients with some other things to keep it a little cleaner, a little more fresh. It's not near as smoky. Man, I personally, I love Interlude 53. One of the magic parts of Interlude 53 is not just the extrait and the oil concentration, but how it kind of mixes with your own scent and develops throughout the day. It's something that for me, I personally love because you never really go nose deaf to it. It's always developing, always doing something different on skin. Very great for cold weather in my opinion, because it does tame down the strength of it, because Interlude, it's known as the blue beast for a reason. It projects, it leaves a scent trail. You spray it in a room, or you walk out of a room and you spray this heavy, that room's gonna smell like it for 5 or 10 minutes. So just beautiful stuff from the house of Amouage, very well done. It's gonna be a tall task for Amouage to release anything that's gonna take the Interlude 53 out of the equation as number one for me. But again, Royal Tobacco, Silver Oud, even the Jubilation 25, Epic 56, Overture, in my opinion, all those could be interchanged in terms of some of the best of the house and some of the best work they've done. And ironically, most of these were done during the Christopher Chong era, which I don't think there's any debate. A lot of people look at that as the highlight of Amouage. They've still done some good things since then. In fact, I think Royal Tobacco and Silver Oud and Boundless have all come out since Christopher Chong left. But his work speaks for itself. His parting piece, Overture Man, one of my favorites from the house. But again, guys, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Even if you don't celebrate, I hope you're with your family, enjoying the holiday, just relaxing, and something we don't really get to do in this world very much anymore. We're always working, we're always busy. So it's nice to have, some time to ourselves and some time with our family. Few and far between it is, should be reversed. Should be spending more time with our family than we do working, but that's just not the way of the world right now. So again, put your top 10 down below. Let me know what you guys think. What some of your favorites are of the house, especially for this time of year. And I'll be seeing you guys soon. I got some more stuff coming up before New Year's. I'm gonna do a couple videos. I may even do a Christmas special tomorrow if I have time. But again, hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, wonderful day with your family, and enjoy the holiday, all right? Bye.